you could wrap it around the outside part of a circle, and I could find the length of that little part. This would be your circumference. I have done that already for this small little pencil holder. Number one, you're going to put the object is the pencil holder. And I'm going to have you think about what this mysterious number is when you divide the circumference by the diameter. It's going to come out to some weird number that we get. That circumference was 31.5 centimeters. You could find the diameter of anything by taking a string, pointing it at one end like that, going kind of towards the middle, and measuring that part. I've already done that, and my diameter was 10 centimeters. Predict in your head, if you divided the circumference by the diameter, what number would that be? About 31.5 divided by 10. Don't put it in your calculator yet. I think it's about like 3, right? You might put 4, somewhere in between. Go ahead and plug it in right now. What is 31.5 divided by 10? And when you have it, Kira Murphy, what's the answer?
3.15.
Okay, so it's 3.15 is the answer to that. Keep that in your head, put it in your pocket. Do not say anything yet. I went one step larger. I got a coffee can, and I'm going to measure this guy around. The circumference of this is a little bit larger. It was 49 centimeters. Coffee can. Coffee. This guy is 49. The diameter was 15.6. Logically, in my head, I'm thinking, okay, when I divide those two, it's bigger. Maybe it's going to be like 5 for this time. Maybe 4. It's not quite twice as large. Put a prediction here. What do you think it's going to be? Don't say anything yet. Just write it down. After this one, I'm going to have you turn and talk. Now divide it. What's 49 divided by 15.6? Silent hand when you have the answer. Yes.
I did it to yourself, but your answer for number 1 on
Yeah, dear goodness, I see that. Okay, plug in your little thingy. We're gonna get this because I don't want to break this great moment. And then after you turn and talk, I'll go shoot one shot. What is the answer when you divide those two? Jada? Weird. I wonder what we're finding. Last one. I took the stool. I very precariously wrapped a thing of string around it, and I got the circumference of 95. I did the diameter, and I got 30.25. Make a prediction. When you divide circumference by diameter, what should you get? Jersey? For this one or this one? Which one? This was 3.14. Yeah. So this one was a little bit off. My prediction, this is double it. I think it's going to be 8. Plug it in. What do you get in your calculator? Claire? What did you just find? Turn and talk to your partner. I'm going to go shoot 2 shots. You just found something really important. Why are they all
They're all calorie. I know what time. Hey, one more time. Yeah, one more.
No. Here's what we're going to do.
None of us saw that.
Okay, so what you just found was something really important in math. You're going to need this number, 3.14, to find the next 2 lessons, area and circumference. Anybody know what you just found? What is 3.14, Charlotte? It is pi, and you could take any circumference and any diameter, and you could divide it. You could go around the Earth, and then you could cut the Earth from diameter, and you could divide it, and you would still get this same famous number created by Mr.
We're trying to
Einstein.
crack the combination of this tablet doodad, and the writing here says we'll find it if we figure out the secret at the heart of Pharaoh's tomb.
That's an easy one. The answer's in the question.
What does that mean?
Figure out. It's a figure, i.e. a number. And the Pharaoh's tomb, i.e. the pyramids. Don't you get it, kid? You're looking for the secret number at the heart of the pyramids.
Well, whistle me, Dixie. The answer's pi.
Pi?
3.14159265 to be exact.
Oh, yes, 3.1495265.
No. 3.14159265.
Yeah, okay, 3.14. I'm sorry, I can't tell. Is it yes or no? Because I know it's hard. Could you just...
Don't touch the hair.
Sorry, I can't tell if it's up or just...
I'm a bobblehead, Dummkopf, and that's the way, we like it. All together now. That's the way, we like it.
And that is pi, made by the famous or discovered by Einstein. When you find circumference, you're going to need that number. Pi is always written as a symbol, usually, when you see it in the calculator. And that pi symbol looks like this. Above the formula, write 2 dots and a little wave. This is called pi. Pi. Pi is abbreviated as 3.14. Einstein said like 10 more digits. This number goes on forever. You could keep memorizing it, and people have memorized like thousands of digits past pi, and they do it as competitions. You don't have to. You just need to remember those two. 3.14 is it. To find the circumference with the radius given, you're going to do this. Multiply 2 times pi times the radius. You also could write it as 2 pi r. That's the abbreviated version. To find the circumference, if you're given the diameter, you're going to multiply the pi times the diameter. You might see it abbreviated as pi times d. Like that. Alexis. Good question. When I did the string thingy, I probably miscalculated it by like 2 centimeters or 1 centimeter. So this isn't very accurate, but if you were to do it a lot more accurate, it would be exactly 3.14. I was just off by 0.01, which was pretty close. Because I just measured it incorrectly. Like when I... Because that's the brilliance of math. And Einstein. Yeah. I don't know why, it's just a mystery that's really cool. It always becomes pi. And now you know what pi means. If you do go to the moon, walk around the moon, and then slice something through the center of the moon, divide those two numbers, and you get 3.14.
What about if you did it with a non-circle?
No, just a circle.
Because it's a
So if I
Because
said
pi.
circle's head.
Yes.
Because square is different than a circle. That's
If
why.
we chopped off
It'd be
all
pretty
the
close.
edges,
Okay. I should. I thought about it. Yes.
Data has a round hat. I bet anything's on top.
Oh, really? Nice. Voices off for moving on. Diameter and radius. So when you're given a circumference problem, you're going to need this skill. Look at this circle and figure out what the radius is. If you see that number and it's all the way across, this is the diameter. The radius is half of the diameter. It's 10. You could then plug that into the circumference formula. You don't have to, because it just asked me to find the radius. For B, same thing. They have a half of the circle. You're given the radius, they just want the diameter. Well, if they have half of the diameter, do 7 times 2. That skill is going to be needed for today. You should be able to flip-flop back and forth radius to diameter. If you need to know the difference between radius and diameter, think of diameter being a bigger word, and it's the longer side. Radius is a little smaller, so it's half. I just thought of that right now. Yes.
So you always multiply or divide by 2?
Yes. You do. Try these two right now. Find the radius if diameter is 16. I'll give you like 20 seconds. Then find the diameter if the radius is 9. Okay. What would the radius be if diameter is 16, Peyton? 16 divided by 2 is 8. 8 cm. What's the diameter if the radius is 9, Milo? Good. Cool. You're going to use that right now to find the circumference. If you're looking for the circumference, it's kind of like the perimeter, and we're going to use those two formulas interchangeably. Look at what they give you. For A, they have a frisbee, and they give you half of this. That is called my radius. Your formula to find the circumference with radius was which formula? There was 2 of these that we used based on what they give us. Claire, which one do you want to use? That's to find the diameter. We want the circumference. 5 times 2 times pi. So 5 times 2 times pi. Write this formula above this before you start working. You're going to do 2 times pi times radius. In your calculator, do 2 times 3.14 times 5. What do you get? Jersey. Great. That's it. They should. They do. If you go to the bottom, where is it? You can go shift. Which one is it?
It's the one that says Anthony. At the bottom, next to equal to the left.
Okay, yeah, the white one. Right there. Yeah.
If it's like asking for the diameter, and you can just do that mentally, you have to show the
No. You can do diameter mentally. For B, you have the diameter given to you. You could find the radius if you wanted to. You guys are good at that. But you could also use the formula pi times d. That's another way to find circumference. You could get 14 for the radius, plug it in up here, or you can just do 3.14 times 28. Find kind of a method that works best for you. If you like finding the radius, go ahead and do that. If you just want to use diameter or radius based on what they give you, do that today. It's times. Pi times diameter. They say use 3.14 for pi, so if you're using the pi button, your number's going to be a little bit off. What is 3.14 times 28? Brady.
87.92.
Good. Millimeters.
Brady, did you say you got 90 or 90? Oh, no, I got 80. I got 80. 87.92. I got 90.
You got 92 at the start?
No, I got 80. I got 87 now.
87.92 should work. 3.14 times 28. 87.92. If you used pi, you would get the number. What? No.
2 times 5. 87.96.
Yeah, which is a little bit different. Slightly off. Do 3, 4, and 5 right now. Nope. Well, if they say use 3.14, they could mark you off. If they don't specify, they.
Can I use the back?
Before you get the answer on these, or if you need to go back, I want you to rewrite the formula every time you do these problems. 2 pi r is what I'm using for this one. Pi times d is what I'm using for this one. Pi times d is what I'm using for this one. Now plug in your numbers. Abby. you get for number 1? Let's check in. Mackenzie, are you finished with number 3, I mean? What'd you get? Good. Number 4, anyone have it? Jacob? And last one, number 5. Mackenzie? Good. We're going to skip example 3 for today. Go to bronze. Cross out 1 and 2 of bronze. And start on 3. The first 2 sections are just asking you to find radius and then find diameter. Do not